We're at the end of 2025. This has been an amazing year for us. We released a fair amount of new products. One massive release that we did this year was our LSS Gen 3. It's crazy to me to think about that as a third generation of LSS already. It reminds me of back in the day when we had our very first one. We wanted to do something like the TAC-21, but simpler. It didn't have to have the whole top on there. It needed to be more accessible for people to be able to get into it. So because the TAC-21 was a $800 chassis. The LSS was born out of that. It was a very different design process than we have today. It literally was, let's draw it up and let's put it in a machine and see what comes out of it. Whereas today, when we do product development, it takes months and months to even get to a concept. Frustrating for somebody like me sometimes because I want to get everything done tomorrow, but super grateful with our design team that makes sure that everything is thought of, that is the absolute best product that it can be. What I really like is seeing how creative people get with it. When we did a calculation of how many different options or how many different configurations you could come up with this, it's in some crazy number in the millions or something. I always love what people come up with. I also love when people 3D print their own stuff. Just the whole ingenuity around it is something that is just super enjoyable for us to see, and I'm sure for you to create. Even though we put a huge amount of work into developing products, we also acquire products from time to time, and a mountain bipod is one of them. We did have a project in MDT to make a super lightweight hunting bipod, but when we saw what was created in the mountain bipod, it is something that we could see fit as an MDT product. We released our NanoGuard. That is one of the first products that we actually don't directly manufacture ourselves. We like to be in control of these processes ourselves because it allows us to move fast and allows us to have the absolute best quality possible. The NanoGuard is something that came up that was just such a really great product that we had to have our hands on it. It's been produced in Australia. It is such a good gun oil and such a good cleaner that we were proud to add this to the MDT product lineup because all of our customers need this and we like to provide the best products possible. We released our Timber Core. That is our wood product. We released a Timber Frontier several years ago. We stopped production on that. It was a decent chassis. It was just not the level of quality that we really wanted to put our name behind, so we stopped it. I think it's possible it's going to come back one day, but it needs more work. So we switched to the Timber Core, a bit more entry level, a little bit less adjustability, but still a beautiful stock. Still a drop-in, no bedding required. Add a bottom metal, add a hunting bottom metal or one of our competition bottom metals, and it is a fantastic stock. A phrase that we have internally that we have started to use recently is PPP, Precision Projectile Placement. That is an area where we push to be the absolute best in the world at. As we thought about that, we also thought about what would be something that you could use at home, that you could just have around with you, just have fun with. And it's not necessarily a firearm, but you can still have this precision projectile placement, and a slingshot came to mind. Slingshot is something that we didn't have experience manufacturing them or anything like that. There is a lot of custom-made slingshots, and there's also a huge community around it where people use these. So one of our designers took this as a project, made it the absolute best slingshot we could possibly come up with, not just on our own merit, but we connected with some of the top slingshot shooters in the world, and the MDT hand cannon was born out of that. It is something that is modular. You'll be able to add an arrow attachment. You'll be able to change the grips on it, even to an AR grip if you wanted to. You can mount a rail to it, so you can mount, I don't know, a laser, a send-it level, whatever you might want. Our Idaho facility is doing extremely well. It's where we do all our electronic products like the Send It and the Crush It timer. We want to make sure that that work remains inside of the United States. That allows us to be able to prototype quicker, but also get production going faster. We have quite a bit of automation on those new CNC machines in Idaho. Idaho is a great state. A number of events that we have done through the year that have, of course, we go to trade shows like SHOT Show. We're right now in heavy preparation again to be at SHOT Show 2026. We also have local shooting events that a lot of us participate in. This year we had the MDT Midsummer Madness. We love being out there in this community, which I love a lot. I've been part of other industries I don't know that any other one is this tight-knit as we are. It's awesome. We are putting a huge amount of effort into just manufacturing efficiencies, always improving product quality. We see some products sometimes being out of stock for a period of time. You know, of course, we don't want that. We work hard to increase those production capacities, especially something like our carbon stock. That is a very manual job. I've looked at automating it in different ways, and it just takes a very high level of manual work. The people that we have doing it are extremely capable. They do a fantastic job. It is still hours and hours that go into each and every single stock, so you can only produce so many. And you know, you could say, well, just add a few more people to it. But it takes a huge amount of effort to train these people up to be able to make the same thing. Yet at the same time, I'm very proud of what they have done in that department. They've been able to increase both production capacity, but also the quality of the product. Every time again, we're still fairly early on in the product life cycle of the carbon stock. Now, we are also working on other carbon fiber products, so that is something to keep your eye out for. There's lots of different ways of doing it, and we are always exploring all the different manufacturing methods to be able to make it just a super cool product. Black Friday is still fresh on our mind. We're still shipping a lot of orders. It is a very exciting time of the year for us, Black Friday. It allows us to, it's the only sale in the year that we really do. And we don't have a good track record with getting our website to really hold up. Last year after Black Friday, it didn't go great, it wasn't horrible. But I'd said we have to get off of this platform. I cannot be on this platform another year. We have to re-platform because I don't want another crash. In the weeks leading up to Black Friday, looking into like, do we have everything set up? Do we have a backup server? Do we have all these different things in place to make sure the website does not crash? And I realized I got to a point where I thought, you know what? I don't know what people could tell me that would make me more comfortable. I was just super nervous about Black Friday this year. Probably PTSD, I don't know. So what we're gonna do, most likely, maybe for sure, is stress test. Now, I'm not talking about stress testing like, you know, what server people do and seeing like, can the server handle something? Because we did all that before this last Black Friday. That was not what the issue was. What I'm probably gonna do, even though we only do one sale per year, is stress testing by maybe running a 10-minute sale in the middle of the summer. There's really good deals for 10 minutes. Does it crash? Does it not crash? And if it crashes, shut the sale down. We'll try again in a month. If it crashes, shut it down, try it again in a month. Because we cannot have another Black Friday website problem. In my mind, I'm already thinking about all the things that we are going to do in 2026. Probably going to be one of our biggest years ever. I wish I could just tell you everything now that we're working on, but apparently that's not a super good idea. Hope you had a very good Christmas season. I wish you a very good new year, and I hope to see you out there somewhere at a match or at a trade show, wherever it may be. Yeah, it's going to be a great year.